Hello, my dear friends. My name is Harold, and welcome to the Sanctum. Today, I'm going to talk a little bit more about energy and how our energy may constantly be being drained by other people, whether we are aware of it or not, and how we can protect ourselves. So, every relationship, ranging from a stranger to something a lot more intimate, like a husband or a wife or a mother or a father, we form some kind of bond. So in pranic healing, which is a system of energetic healing similar to reiki but older, it talks about how when we interact with someone, we form an energetic cord with them. So if it's a stranger, like somebody we just meet at the bus stop or something like that, it may start off as a little hair. It's very thin, this energetic cord that's connected to our energy body. But over time, as we interact with this person more, after all, every single person that we are close to right now at some point was a stranger. And eventually, this cord that we form with them becomes thicker and thicker and thicker and bigger, and it becomes a bond. Now, some of these bonds are constructive, in which case we want to leave them. We may have friends who cheer us on and wish us good luck. So specifically this video, I'm talking about the more toxic relationships or people that we may interact with in our life. Or perhaps you are working in a particular field where you have to interact with people who are going through a difficult time, or people who are ill or are feeling down in some way. Now, in this way, we want to be able to protect our energy, because we form cords, especially when we're healing, especially when we're doing therapy, especially doctors form cords with their patients because they're trying to help them. In the same way, when you may go help a friend of yours who is feeling really depressed or sad and they're crying, and you may sit next to them and you may help them feel a little bit better, and suddenly they're feeling okay, but you're feeling really drained and tired, because without realizing it, energy travels from an area of high concentration to an area of low concentration. They ended up sapping your energy. Perhaps maybe you wanted to give it to them willingly, which is fine. However, after that interaction is done, you may go home and the cord may still be attached. And in that way, you may be sending your energy there without even being aware of it. Now, this can also be the case if you had a strong bond with someone, and due to an argument or a problem, or some things happen, that person may hold a grudge, or you may hold a grudge. And in that way, a cord that was once constructive has now become the opposite. It's become toxic. And the person can drain your energy without you even being aware of it. It's not that they're consciously doing it, but unconsciously this can happen because of the nature of energy. So, if this is the case, there are ways in which it's important to do these techniques to protect your energy and ensure that after a particular interaction, especially if this interaction involved you helping someone, or if you interacted with someone who was toxic in nature, and also those people who don't really care or don't have the best intentions, we want to ensure that any energetic link that's been created, we are free of them. Right? So doing this particular technique which I'm about to show with you, which comes from pranic healing, does not mean you're going to lose that connection or bond you have with that person. Nothing will happen to the bond with that person. However, because you're only cutting the negative cords, in fact, you might even strengthen that relationship if you use this particular technique. So you don't have to worry. By doing this technique, you're not going to break any bond. In fact, you're going to only cut away the negative sharing of energy that may be taking place. Okay, So in that way, you could strengthen your bond as well. What you're going to do is, whoever this person is, it could be a friend of yours who you've helped out, or an old relationship of yours that went sour and there is some negativity there and you feel it's still affecting you in some way, or any other interaction that you've had, or maybe it's a professional interaction. Maybe you are a therapist and you are working with multiple clients. This is why they say, therapists who work with many clients, after a while, they get overloaded because they don't know how to remove these energetic links. So if you're a therapist or a doctor or a healer of some kind, this technique would definitely be beneficial to you. So how you do this is simply you imagine that person. So you need to have this person in mind, first of all. Imagine that person is there in front of you, and imagine a cord between you and that particular individual, and have the intention that this is the negative cord, and a cord that may be in some way affecting both of you all negatively. And imagine holding that cord, and imagine taking a scissor in your mind. Imagine your fingers are being like a scissor, and imagine cutting that cord, and that's it. The cord has been cut. Now imagine a circle around you. Now within the circle is standing you and the individual whose cord you've just cut. And now you imagine another circle right next to you. This circle represents your friend's energetic world, and this circle represents your world. So what you do is you step out of their world, and then you just step in, meaning physically with your feet. You step out of their world and you step in to your own energetic world. Yeah. So that's a very good way of kind of washing your hands of all negative energy or energetic links that you may have created when helping somebody or healing somebody in a particular way. And this ensures that once you're done and you've gone home or you moved on to another situation, that you don't bring that with you. So it's very, very important, especially if you're a healer or a therapist or a doctor or in that particular field. But it's also good for absolutely everyone. This could be even an interaction with your boss or anybody at work, any relationship at all. This can be very powerful. So now, if there are more subtle cords, this is something you should go and see a pranic healer for. And this is something that I offer. So these cords that we form with different people can even cause physical illness, emotional problems, anxieties and intrusive thoughts, and various other issues. So this is something that's known to be worked with using pranic healing. And if you want to know more about that, you can do so by contacting me. And the information is in the description box below. And now, another way of protecting yourself is to actually shield yourself every day. And I already have made a video on how to shield yourself. And I recommend that you do check this out, because honestly, I don't leave home without doing this particular practice. So please check that out if you haven't already, and ensure that you do that every single day. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you. Take care, and I shall see you soon. Peace.